My mama nyina adwo emma kwaba United Television so ene ye wo ship house abeka junction and cry e yo memu ne amanone nsem ne bre aso ye bobo no se kase ni ade ni nyina emma mo this way chocolate drink you here hey in so share have a special ice in super ewudwa so and a special drinks best point savings and lows and the best assurance wo mu ani enwuma ekita emu ne ade ensemi eba na kase you benya channel 360 e wo DSTV eso ye hwe de wo ba betino ebi
Arise Ghana for demonstration won me ye no eda na edi nka na posifo bi famu eprepre ne no ena oswafo hwamunwensem so akosra wo no
wodi atu Ghana fo nyina anim se apieti a wo san bechichi ni bio no obia emfa na kitaye emra
omemu sam trofo kabom ko GJA mpanyufo woto aba eyi wo mu ne na abrewa yipuma kwan mu ema wonom eswaye
Ghana Tourism Authority womo ada Emancipation Day 2022 no edi
Sanso ena kanema mpanyi Owura John Dramani Mahama akasa de atudwo se na danko kufado ene ne team no womu ni baabi a omode Ghana ekosese
yokofo edi kokobo ema omanfo se munhwe yie ena nipa bi amfa ensia na ne monkron e wa abreko a womu nam kwati kwan so ebu omanfo efa so
Ausanfo wei ene ensembia ebi eka ho na editie na edihwe ene aso no so krogia yede ebramo ewo UTV so ewo enkran abeka junction midi ede Afia Adutwumwaa Morosa nene
Obahima Afia Akyere Asiedu
Africa sebono emu ensem enhe Arise Ghana eye osuboko ewo omei emu na no nom de tu dwasa nema pii koso Ghana ha se ntwaye ede ahokire kodi awuo ni adwendwen dodo no na beto Ghana fo so nti no wonom ti wo ho agumonten so ayo ye kire no agina ye kire no so ede atwe aban adwen susu se de Ghana fo ko mu bu nti onya bibi emfa ho ampampa ne nansa demonstration omu ye bi ene nran so wode de atwato etia so de da na edi ka de no emu anhyeda anko ebokosa wantwi ni koka bi eyiniti ewomutia gas na kasa ye kowiase no aposifo bese edunum efamu eprepra na ano edene na no nesese ede o makogu police hospital wonum eje ayarehwe yanya ntia se osofo hwamunwe so no nyafo ambusderi wone ne mpanyufo wonum akọ police hospital wonum ama aposifo edunum a wonum prepra no wakwakohwe se de o mapomode no mayaresa no esi ekro wochese emu mienu de mu ode no ntino ye kwakoye wonum emergency surgery na yajo mo edi esi honom na no na posifo de atudwa sa de amanyo asoafo no nyamfo ambusderi aye no aye o mo fa papa wonum agina so abona baso edi asidani bi so ama posi adwumaku no
aban ehye bose de ekoso ewa pieti nti obehwe na wasan achichi kuro no bio ewa abreko a obesisi adan fofo ede amatemamufo no na wanya baabi ede wonti ato na sa adwumadie no osofo hwensase ne oboade ne pa ho nsem eso honorable Samuel Abuginapo edi oman no anima wapa eho ntoma wo kire se wonsom ni nipa nti obi anya na fam de emfa emwa
atwenche mitoye no ye de hihye bebiri agu akwan no a sebi ye mo ho djuma se na hopo adaroma ahonto kakra ebeba mabrabo ama apieti afa ntoma pa afura mi a me ye oso afo no ewum se masuma babedi echiri mpanyifo ama ba ha empre bebiri na so mi akasa mi nya kwan entu mi nan ema ha behwe se ni ahote no etisen nti enu titiru ena de maba enano pe me ba ye so makoba bia atwenchem no esiye makohwe dwumadi a yedi wo hono masaso aba behwe ba bia mote menimu binumu edi nkita ho abisa senia mo asetena mutie na mahuse senia mote sesia no eyesen senia na mote tent ni no saso na bepe no ni hamo kakra ba ko mienu a mo aboso akire me eno so yebehwe ni aye ho adwuma ama mo nti adwuma ne ade asha mo ntase o mundi no mesese mo bɛboɔ mo na noma bebre wo ho a ya nkasa ye hu se bebre duasa dwumadie na yedi ama apietifo nti ɛmoa bi a mo de boa no mo boa mo ho kyerɛ sɛ dɛ yengo kase mrantie emedo ha kakra na yemfa block nsi wo yeso sika na mo de bema ye anase yenko tu amna kakra bi wa ha yeso ye de ya mo ama yesika ye tu amna no ye nyesi ye moa ye nyesi dabi Saka no mama ne ma yentim mama ma ya bra wedan ye sibia ye nton edan ne mo bia sebe ba be japade ama ene ebe ye moa so mo die mo japade a mo betire mo ma betire mo enti adwuma bia mo be ye ne moa bia mo be boa no mo die moa no de aboa mo ho ke no ya de amesre titu abisi ye bedru nei mo bo mo ho mo de di mo ni kama ebe dru penpenso ye nkoso ne enya ni sa na ne tosu mienu me e ma manfo ye se MSA enoma ye wa adwuma ye wa ha no enoma bebre metima ka se ni nyina akra ya ebimu be ka kire mo enye ne kore adwuma bia wo ye no ese wo to wase na wo ye na enye fe na entimi gina ho yi ye ti wo me be ti se ebimu si o Apia support fund sika ye de atu mama for this ka be tu no sika no ye di si national cathedral won kan enye ne kore sika amanfo e de abeto fund nim na ye musika emu teku kure ni wa ye yi dia ye bibia se yi mu teku di ye bibia ye yi mu teku e de ye ntuma amamu se ye besi kuro no na mo ho atom na bibia so e be ye no e be ye frenche enu nti ana committee bia ya tibia no ya hwe se MC ka ho mo ahemfo ka ho mo mpanyifo ka ho na bibia aye pepepe ama ye nyina
Eljan for you to akase bono eso Arise Ghana for demonstration ya wo mokọ ye de dinkan basabasa element ho ase kwaji adwa ewo mu a nam so ma prosifo dunum fa mu prepare na yesi nya prosifo nkwa na prepare yo won ya na eye demonstration o ye kire no ebinum so efamu prepare pass se ye do mo ekọ ayasabia ne no na NDC amanyoko no aja samijamfi eka ho bie no wonom akọ ayasabia honom ama won ye fa demonstration prepare no so wakọ akọhwe wonom ama sese de wa hye wo mo dense wo mo moden a eseja wo mo ankase be mo onre afia reho bia wo mo edie sanso wo mo ta wo machi na ama wo mo apomode no omo ayaresa no akoye contemporantem so
Omampanyi dada John Dramani Mahama akasa na de ode etu dwane se no kwasem yi levi a MPP aban ede baye de omafeli kra poto esan se de di nkan kra no wantumi enye sika na wo mo ehwehwe no emu oha enchemu edu empo.
The e-levy was presented as the panacea of the economic problems of Ghana. Indeed, it was said that it will solve everything. It will do our roads, build our hospitals, give fertilizer to farmers. The e-levy was like the magic wand. We were in fact told that if we pass e-levy, it will help governments to reduce borrowing. True to our predictions and our cautions to governments about the overly ambitious revenue and fiscal projections, available first quarter data shows that those targets will not be met. And this, no doubt, will create even bigger credibility crisis for our battered economy. For the entire month of May, figures available to me of the much vaunted e-levy, which was rammed down the throats of Ghanaians, yielded a paltry 54 million Ghana cedis against a target of 474 million for that month, representing only 11.3%. And so the unofficial Prime Minister was right when he said they are making just about 10% of what they expected. The month of June has not offered any sign of improvement, as only about 7.1 million had been collected by the first week of the month. By the first week of June, only 7.1 million had come in. These figures demonstrate that so far the e-levy has been a spectacular failure and has become the mother of all nuisance taxes. And as you know, a recent survey showed that 80% of Ghanaians who use mobile money have adapted their behavior to avoid the tax. More people are cashing out from their wallets to make cash payments instead of transferring wallet to wallet where the tax is imposed. We've therefore retrogressed in our bid to make Ghana the cashless society that we have all been hoping for.
for year to akase bono eso omemu semtro for nkabom ko Ghana Journalist Association yato aba de ayi ekonimu empanyufo enam so ama enedai abrewa ayipuma kwan mu ama won ye fa won tuma pefraye e wa banimu no ya ma wonum esoi asese de won beshi wondwumadi ase Justice George Kingsley Kumsin our justice wo Court of Appeal na ehweye e ma wonum esoi
Enipa baako nsia na sisi ane yi omusa akanifo a womba bedi Ghana Journalist Association womu adwumakuo no ano na fe womu de abo omu tutuye ene omu dwumadie enyina Owura Albert Kwabnadomfo wono na eba be president na fe Madam Linda Asante wono aye na bedi echi vice president Owura Kofi Yebo a wono ebe ye twotwofo general secretary na fe Owura Dominic Lodi aba be gina mu se national organizing secretary Era Audrey Dekalu ena fe Ewura Rebecca pe wo mu nyina beboa e wosikasem won tutuye na fe nso amansan kita won die nsem ehun senkaye treasurer ena fe public affairs ho asem ena mekan na ebra Owura Albert Kwabnadomfo a wono sisi ano yamana so afena nweswai na empanifo nkaye aka ne ho e kasa e wodwumadie no asene no woche so wono na kanie dwumadie no ebe ye sonko se obema bibia mu ada ho no fan na fe nso wahwe se ene emwa bia na etwapata so ye na ofe wode boansantwefo mu gina ko ano na omo kwakoye adwuma na ebia bibi be kwakoto wo mo no wode be so omasene no wobehwe no watimi abofotuo bi no watimi ede aye ne saa woche se nioma hodo bi a wobeye ede aka ho de ne ye bubruja enti wode ensem no atu dwase chire nwu ekwan obefa so aye na adwuma no asiafa.
The era one journalists were assaulted but do not get justice due to lack of funds to pursue legal action will soon become history. So let me issue a note of warning to people who take unrighteous liberty to assault journalists that there is a new sheriff in town who will go to any length within the law to protect his comrades. The Journalist Support Fund will also help to offer training and workshops on safety and security for our members in order to enhance their personal security and safety. We will institute a periodic journalist summer camp. This will be an exchange program aimed at training journalists in modern practices and techniques, as well as promote peer learning and network building. In addition to the journalist summer camp, we will make a conscious effort to organize periodic training workshops for journalists, specifically practitioners in the regions, to build their capacity.
Vice President Ghana Journalist Association Eralinda Asante wono so kasa de fa wono ani suade hunu a wosisi anom de ba behwe na zantwefo adwumakuo no womo de apem wom dwumadie no e de akonkan
eden pa ne hia ye journalist e wo Ghana e bi accommodation salaries obo hokra wonya aketua onni payroll so enti eno ne saa no ekwan obefa so ono so bema ne nsa kɔ na no no e wo so ofa so but ofa saa kwan no so no onwen won achi se ebeha oman ne daache but ono odwen ne yefun na no at least ono so woyere ne mai wo so feedium enti kwan bi obefa so no enti na wo say yen so say in fact this very administration no e da yakoma so pass e behwe ne engage especially with media owners state media no fine aban ne tua wonka we can talk about it at that level. I mean ewo aside but majority private media no say almost on a dozen almost and no market you also ewo form and that is where the problem is. It will be we'll have a national dialogue on that and then ye share media owners no na to adwen ahwe sene e be ya ye betimi address that issue.
Yadi kasiye beko ahmijie emu ye badi aka nyina yedi beba mo. Yama ahefo nyina akwa abayetwa ensem no eso. Economic and Organized Crime Office Yoko Womo de krata bi apie edwa no nam so e de kokobo e magana fo nyina ese woma wani enna ho na obi amfa asokwa anane mo achenchina Yoko so omanya ne ntie se omanfo bi afa Ghana card ya chese ye de link ye bank account yi ho na womo sori a womo send da kra text messages e de ma omanfo e ma womo ye omho te se asa womo send message no e womo banks ahoro amu save ni edimo enti text message ne beba no na ebisa bibi ti se o bank account number afi mobile number afi no mobile app pin na udidi juma anasa o password na eno na Yoko si wo se nipa bi e hyesuma se e dada omanfo enam sa kwan so e bu omanfo fa so pa ne sa enti no o de kokobo e ma omanfo se wonye ahweye pa e na omanfo awia mo wo se osaka text message bi a etisa bomodin bi sa fi u bank se efi wo mo nchen e na wo omanfo so ani ada ho se bank bi eni wa bebi sa wo se fa o pin anasa o password ebra enti omanfo anya ahweye pa wo se message bi a ubenya email anase phone call bi an bomodin say obema onaye ntientia e wo bank ngope matie yie efi empanyufo enchen eno ansa na obeyi ano a watumi aye ne sa ne nyina emu no Yoko si wo ma afa to nso so obeboa ama wo mo hye esuma si edi ne bonefo semi emra no apom ho entuma enti omanfo emwa wo mo e wo sa kwan no eso we aye nsem a head public affairs e wo Yoko Mame Faustina Lati ode ne nsa ahye ase Kani mampani Oruwa John Dramani Mahama akasa ede atudwase nana adodankwa akufu ado seba ekwan ya efaso etoto oman sikasema wonim ho hwe wo hu so sese baabi ode oman ne kokora mpo no wonim anhwa aga ne ba kopem sese wo kyese mframa ebo oga na ha nyina kyese enema nkoyi ema nana dankwa akufu ado aban no.
It is apparent that even as the ship of state is being buffeted by the choppy waters of economic disaster, President Akufo-Addo and his head of the economic management team and his finance minister have no clue in what direction to lead this country. They have dug their heels in, remained obstinate, and have become totally impervious to sound proposals to rescue the economy and mitigate the extreme economic hardships that Ghanaians are grappling with. They have simply refused to do what is necessary to arrest the decline. The suffering and pain experienced by Ghanaians do not seem enough to jolt the Akufo-Addo government into action. They remain tone deaf and dead set in the very misguided ways that have brought us to our knees as a country. Somehow, they have convinced themselves that by refusing to do the heavy lifting required, they can wait out the economic storm and that stability and normalcy will return as a matter of due course. The most that people of Ghana have been giving are inspired rhetoric, denials, and a litany of unconvincing excuses about how we came to this painful juncture as a nation. Talk and promises of expenditure cuts and prudence in the management of public funds remain a fantasy with no practical demonstration of any commitment to same. Indeed, how can you do expenditure cuts when you don't even have the money to finance the expenditure? It's not there already. So if you say you're cutting expenditure by 30%, you already don't have that money to cut. In the midst of the national anguish and despair, this government finds it necessary to double in mind-boggling waste of every scarce public fund on frivolous and extravagant expenditures that hold no immediate tangible or beneficial outcomes for our nation. And I'm sure you all know examples of them.
Ghana amononiso for no answer your chairperson Emma ECOWAS Council of Ministers Mame Shirley Ayokobotwe will be ordinary session ECOWAS Council of Ministers Mudia etoso eduotwe ano ewo enkran.
Without doubt, the 88th session is taking place against the backdrop of several challenges confronting our region, which have the potential of derailing our quest to achieve sustainable development, progress, and prosperity for our peoples. At the international level, we are confronted with uncertainties arising out of the ongoing Russia-Ukraine crisis, which has negatively impacted on the global economic recovery and further exacerbated the already dire socioeconomic and humanitarian situations resulting from the adverse effects of terrorism, the COVID-19 pandemic, and climate-related difficulties. It is imperative that we act in concert to effectively address the challenges we are faced with. We are required to strengthen our solidarities in building resilient mechanisms for our region. On the economic front, we must maintain the course of growth, intensify our trade, promote the free movement of people and goods, turn to a digital economy with poles of industrial development, value addition of our agricultural products, and reinforce our human capital base, acting together to pool our resources to cushion the effects of the crisis, as well as strengthen our unity and cohesion. This session will allow us to examine several reports on the operation of our community institutions, particularly the interim report of the President of the Commission, the reports of the Administration and Finance Committee, the Auditor General, the Audit Committee, and sectoral memoranda for decisions, endorsement, and information.
I would like to express my sincere appreciation for all the arrangements and commodities made to welcome and ensure the smooth stay of participants in the statutory meeting of the community right from their arrival in Accra. Kindly convey our heartfelt gratitude to His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana, and Chairman of the ECOWAS Authority of Head of State and Government, for his leadership in strengthening our regional integration.
Commonwealth Human Rights Initiative eno eyekuo a enhye aban asie womo akasa de adesede ato Ghana banim se enidie ma da wonhwe na community service bill no wonhwe no jintum fa ne nsanhyase na meye mra ewo memu na no betumi aboa ama a prison fo a wonum ayema ewo prisons ahodo wo mododo no esu atumi ate na kobaso mo gitum kra hanso a wo se ade bobo kwan ato honum ama obi kodi bone na ono akasa gitum si wodi bone a ebemena ye adwuma o mpotem ayete ewa bra ye ntua sa nipa neka.
Yeah, this idea, yede to Attorney General enim ne say yate say ade process started as far back in 2014. Institute organized was bebre as supported Commonwealth Human Rights said a year came CDD Ghana one of the organizations who supported this process. Pulse Foundation, Amnesty International organization Bibria supported this process since 2014. As we speak now, said you said the bill is between the AG Hall and our Ministry of Interior Hall because a Ministry of Interior baby a free air bar. We share I think somewhere last year 2021 or so 2020 Attorney General Eba out they can say one of the key bills nanka all share say was a pass this bill, but since that time yenti nwasem bim inti panacho said I'm sure Attorney General answer na obeka sa asem no oni ye nti a original so says one of the key bills or pass 2021 nanka ye pass no inti yes no niema no and the condition is still the same inti no yes trying to say omo de ekoso bia no ko omo nye ntem kakra
police need the prison ne okuti or one warrant valid warrant aba ne obeka say yenyi no ye ni say 2 minutes ya anyi na na say yes no contempt of court and as ye book court na nimtia nti omo do omo ba say ne tibia na si nya ba bi no de omo gu na say non custodial sentence ba na say obi amfo obi ama prison space ho na omo higher criminal level to say omo akofa ma omo makwachi tu akukun nipa na say e do omo gu ha na say omo no so bit my enjoy omo ho e prison ho a emfa yare ne ne ankeka bia ma way to go na dey because make us say Ankafu prison almost 30 so say Ankafu prison be say over 20 years ni. And so as we are speaking, prison almost in we. To come them feel say non-considered sentence no bar. Like a minor offenders, no first offenders near the other. Judges in your discretion now or one former prisoner. So that omo between two no near omo banner say keep omo murder cases and all those in keep one is near queen.
Ghana Tourism Authority womo ada afi Emancipation Day dwumadie no ede na wonam so etwe omanfo adwene ese emfaso yenya e wa kwanso dwumadie tourism ene se de yenya nsunsanso papa e wo oman mpuntio eso.
Emancipation Day 2022 no adwumaku a wonum ehwe akwansransem so Ghana Tourism Authority womo adan wadi na we no eye kwanyom ba befa so na fe womo de aka abakwasem amanchiri manso atibie wosese owure ekukofi okromo hene abanya wanhwe ya ba akoyera wodwabo ase enu nti womo ye ne sape na fe nchiri manso asu amamre ne amane na akwakoye nsanna ho wose nkwada bebre no asisi a womo nyini womo mpanin fie so no enhyeda ennim kwan a womo nananom de womo ho eto honom konkwasom edeje woman no edisi honum enti se eda bi se eduru sa no a na womo ede afaso aka ede akire emabunu no na womo so ehunu ne esi pote ewo ebribi a etwemu eko suafo abedi akire ohwa akwansra anwenne na fe amamre ensem so onumunyafo makokreku mante ede nsem atudwa sei ede fa ho
bribia ekekere wo hye baabi a wompe na de wo kwa ahohiahiem na wo yi ho afim ne se why emancipate why you ho afisa baabi na akọ baabi foforo mfaso a wo ho ne se ye be kaka ye ho ne se sebe obi ho a usi so abrante ababa onim the history of Ghana baby ifi ne bia ya bedu ye mpanyimfo ne bia koma yen no yenum bi kra enim again sanka ebia yete Ghana abakosemase a nsem bia wote se bi kan social media ye nton ma ne ma abrofo o Ghana kra hwi ni ha ankasa beke kasa ye nkasa saa na yenim history no ntia yen se wo se na Ghana tisisi a na na pebia kokwa ho krijes kan kwa hunya todi wo freedom no ntia ma ye hu so mfaso freedom ayewo no it emancipation no ane ye de atwe nipa adwen eba so se sabe abrante ababa ha na ofio hwe na rem fio na emomutu anamon next time so a to anamon se na meka say President Akufo-Addo say never again ane ye betena ha na nipa bi kakra bi edi technology higher technology be wura ha na be sizi ye nyina ne de akọ ntunkwasom ensi biem saja mani nyina se kai yankai mo a what is man tini be say yentongana ha no kwa de omo buru ni mawo ono e kotongana na ma buru ni eti ho mfaso se be kai mo se na wo be hu se freedom na awo no ho mfaso pa Ghana abranti bia na baba si fe bi kura misi so na mso ye bi ye tai hu nyama eye mpanyinsem se atwam oh kolo sana ya mokan kolo but kai hu se baby a me mo ne bia no ubedu ho misi so na mitimi nye fita misi so na maboje nye fita so na efita eti won so ubedu ho.
High Courts a judge for miensa ayekum wonum ya no waye enkai som etoso aduanan ede ama wonom e wase e na Catholic priest a woni Reverend Father Andrews Campbell ekasaye ni nsemu no e no de ato amanyofo nyina nim se wo munsua ekwan a yefaso ede bone eche esanse wo hu kwan yefaso ede bone eche a enkita hudie a eda ne afoforo entem no emutumi eyeden e nyankopɔ twedi ampo enhyira etumi ba yenso.
Reverend Father Campbell a ono ye Catholic priest en wode nsem wenyina no koye edema amanyofo politicians and afi atemwafo a wonum ewo oman Ghana mu judiciary no na wo kyese wo mu enya bonefache akoma forgiveness heart eno no betimi aboa na afi nso no anyonkofa a eda wonum ani nyankopon ntem no atimi atim ebasa enhyira nsu nyankopon beto de agu wo so na eto de gu wo so sa na afi nso oman Ghana ye nya bi na bibia nso atimi apem oman na konkan esanse se wankwa ankonya eye fache akoma ebewie eche no oman no ene besi apeni ye papa ebesa nso akwakosoe o house kronkron Love is kind, love is patient, love is caring. That's what we must do.
Because the more we love, the more we can forgive. The more we love, the happier we'll become. We can't keep grudges, and anger, resentment, hatred, unforgiveness. We can't keep those in our hearts. Mark's Gospel, chapter 11, verse 25. When you pray, forgive if you have anything against anyone, so that your Father will forgive you. We want to live like those 3 judges. What Ghana needs is more love, more understanding, more care. Stop the insults and the abusing on the social media and the others. Let's stop it. Let's bring love.
Wayanka yesom de kai mfinhia aduanan a agyaagyefoɔ mmiɛnsa no wɔn ɛyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ high court wɔn eti nananom ɛwɔ Asiedu ɛbra na wɔn edi wɔn dwumadie de aboa ɔman no nso kankoro ɛwɔ Adutwumwaa adwumakuo no emu. Saa atemmuafoɔ yi wɔn din na to aso yi ɛyɛ Justice Fred Opokusa akɔdeɛ, Justice Cecilia Akrante Ado, afei Justice Kwadwo Agye Japan. Yekum wɔn yayaya ɛbra wɔn yɛ adwuma de aboa atemmu adwumakuo no ɛma esum edu ɔman Ghana. Yɛte investigative body ɛyɛ abedwakuo so wɔn mmoa ne anya hwehwɛmu fanfo wɔn ewuo ni nyina ɛho. Kwa wiache na jese mpanifoɔ bi wɔn etiri keka ewo ni nyina emu a enka yesum yase mpanifoɔ twotwowuro ade wɔn anim nyonkota akyire ema ne wie pɛyɛ. Ghana mampani na adodanko akufuado ekoye na bedi akyire His Excellency Mahamadu Bawumia so koye Afia soafo ahodo asofo enafe Ghana fo mabi enso ade wɔn anim nyonkota akyire. President de Ghana Bar Association lawyer Yawe Champon Boafo wakasa ye wɔ mfinhia aduanan enka yesum a wɔn yɛ de ma agyaagyefoɔ miɛnsa wɔn nyom ba bi kɔ no ase.
Our departed colleagues died in the line of duty to their nation, to their countrymen, and to the rule of law. For the past 39 years, the bar and bench have mourned the death of these martyrs of the rule of law. In response to the call for reconciliation by the National Reconciliation Commission and the biblical injunction that we should forgive those who trespass against us, we have forgiven the wrongdoers for their cowardly and evil deeds. But we still remember these martyrs of the rule of law and will continue to celebrate them. The bar and bench acknowledge and proclaim those good qualities and deeds for which they were murdered. Justice Fred Opokusa Akɔdeɛ, Cecilia Akrante Ado, and Kwadwo Agye Japan, the bar, bench, and the people of Ghana salute you. You died in the line of duty. You performed your duty as justice without fear or favor. You stood for the rule of law, but your assassins hated what you stood for and murdered you. They could not eliminate what you stood for. Your monument stands in the forecourt of the Supreme Court building, in constant reminder of the good qualities required of a judge. Judges, magistrates, and lawyers will continue to draw inspiration from the bold and courageous manner in which you administered justice in those challenging times.
Kasie efi UTV so your ship house abeka junction ye twa ho abasisia. Yamayafo nyina akwa abayetoa ensem no eso. Hasuafo be de ekira wo hwe nsiom nam ho nsem eso. Hey honorable Moses enim. Hasimo de etu dwane se abayani abre. Se premiseful no pese ekoten emma ne mfa ba bia. Enti abefo kwan befa so aton no eno de eba be ejiwa.
Ebron Monyamfo Moses enim a wono yasuafo be de ekira wo hwe afaredwuma na fe nsiom nam pontuo nsem so. Wode ne nante se kopie mu ewo nananom enase ewo temampotem no eno de ba beto wo manim se premiseful no aban no ebo no homodin ayedo betimi aye bia se ne be ya ene wo be ye no automatic eba ya na chese wo mu aye sefata se twa se wo munya bie no wo mo ene wo mo ensa be kan enti ema obi nkotwe bi mfa kuntu na se na nkonko wie kire no afarefo no ma meka se wo mo enya sa afa ngo ni bi amfa nkopo so enti aban no enye bibia amfa moa wo mo na we no anu yie no ebaaye anase wo kan sansem we nyina ebra nananom a wonom ewotemampotem mu nananom atankonyansa ase so wo mo ebisa ne se premiseful no sisi ano ekwan be so no befa so a wo beche no esanse aya ana ne che no enhyeda enkoyie kura mankralo de matema nananom atankonyansa ase ni agete agbo wone nananom nkaye wo mo ensem no sei ene wo mo kan no
do ba pa me fayi no fonam ke wula che me ba fi acho wono ni gbe ye shemu aba no na me wula che me ba atwunwe ke wo ke ha me ka me ntwe gbe ye shemu ye fe no na ani na me direct le ka ke ha me efi otomo ama me ni wonto wo he ya me di shije na kan bi ame yo ni wo ka me ha na me ko oje me do da ne na me a report aba biye akeno ni wo na ne alono ni na agba ni wo na ne shi e aba na kan eja ka me la ke nye ka me deal direct so ba panify to mo bonu water shine na ba chin show na agbene bi eneje na ba yu oye
lele wona ke amralo e bomude no e wula bi ana premise na me ka wo ni wo e sure ke si premise pa ni ba temane e ko ya makomako no wo e sure ke majority na wo bi akeba si bi mo ayo premise mo e wa eja gbeja no to na to eja jiko o kwa fun amralo yin ni ame overhaul the distribution system kodi wo la bi e bo ni ba fe ni premise e wo la bi the direct eja compressed one na shia ne ko ni machine ko na ba na manu sa ne ko pa e shona be ko atreting baga na shan shona si wo ko ni machine won we fe ejo rambala abotini gbeja ne ba to ni ke awutan ka gbege keje to ke mba wala fe wala tanga ni ba indons ne ke mi ke ba bebe
eno ne nam so ma so yafo be de akira wono so ehwe afaredwuma na afei nsuomu nam empuntuo sem so wono so kasa ye fa kwan a sisi ano wo mo ba be fa so na afei premiseful no wo mo de ache ama afarefo
remix no so ye nyina ye nim sania situation aye the whole world covid ne wan Russia for ama situation aye den yegusu a premise no so ye man senia ebetimi under this condition na sren yesre se wa uhunni premise mu na premise no onka ho fa ho nya adwuma yi hu firi mu na kakra ne eba no entimi nso omoso yebonya mempa yese busumi mu a yewura ye nkopo no ya ho boaboa minister ne finance minister according komo energy minister sa nti ya ho boaboa besoso yie na by the time I be open season no na niema toto ho yie a omo so be nyomo de
Awusanfo yetu akase bono eso se de aban ehun se galam sefo no wonom ede enro ahodo ese Ghana yensuo ahodo ewo omei emu enam so amomo de atodwa se wonom afa nkrofo eye river guards makomako ahasa wonom ebebo yensuo ho ban se de osora no pa no adwa no ombo pada no akogina nsuo no ho ada ya obo ho ban se de be ya galam sefo wonom enhunu enro emfa nsuo no so afo be de kira wo hwe efom agudie so ene de sansemi etudwa
Minister of Lands and Natural Resources Egusua Omoshise eniema ne kwan pa ebetuma fa so atu sika kokko memu a yense yensuo ahodo enam so ama asoye na ye na adwene se obefa enipa be 300 na nipa ye ba befa omu omdo omefa ntetie mu na afi ensuo akese ene bebia ensese yetu sika kokko ni nyina omo ebewo eno ene omatu edin se river gas eno ebetimi aboa ense we nyina ebeto odwa ewo kuro ba ko aye frɛ se donkoto a eno ewo atwema mponu mensin ewa sante mantema abra omo ya amane ne amamre ema community mining na omo bie ne hono omo ebieye na Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources onmonyamfo mreku duka ono ene ko gina osoafo na anamu a wode nsemu etudwa ekirekire mu sei
enche ya yenhyehyeye se yebeboa ama yabo yensuonsuo no ho ban na ho ban bo no esese yenya permanent solution enunti yasoye na yehyehyeye se yefa nkrofo bi a ye from river guards to say ne ye forest guards no sa river guards they will be permanently placed along the river banks abribia no na omo enenam nsuo no so omo hwe se obia mine so mu se wo mine a ombeto nsa frɛ sojafo no na omo aba be fawo mprempre hwa ye be se omo atade make us say ye recruiting not less than 300 people are buying so Accra boat odibegu nsie so boat na bedu Ghana be pa hontoma na yama sambrantie yi ahwese yensuo anibe
Emirasha bedwani a wo Atwemamponua constituency eyo onwonyamfo Isaac Esiama ono so ekasai
man no value no enfaso oso no ekaka tebesese busuafo se man na ebe die ye ne aymo ho ban na ye nyen se ere ne adia ye nyan kamom ne nye baako na enso bapa ye ne ya na ye ho betoy aba he waka asema nye wo se ye na mmom no ye ne kwampaso na enso me afebo ye ni ya ye ne anfaso do doso ebe boy ni na twa ba ma ni diade hu mrante we ye job creation me bo na enwuma eba ene hia tebesem nanom se ye mo ho ban na dwumadie no enso abapa na enso nya afebo
Nana Kofi Dako eye kontu hene e won kawe ono so ekasa dwumadie na ase ekire mu sei
na kufuado waya ade pa waya ade obosa mrante obi ahoto no na obi agya akoro no edimane na aba no obi afa no hunjem na ye de nkataso hia ye pa nkataso no ade hia yen somba kataso na ye timi de bibi ebetimi de adua be ebetimi adua nua se angogo fo ma dua nua bebrebe yokofa bebia ni ho a ma dua nua bebrebe se so ba kwa asa ba wo se atu enti esramo mo adwuma ne hya mo nsa no ye nda bia ba ha ba monitor mo ye hemfo ne ba monitor mo ba ye tra ma mo nsa nsa ase ne sa enye yi sa
Abusianfo ha ene brema yekwan makase ni nyina ye di AC yentade ye de eye adwuma se West Closet ono na e de ehye ye doko traffic light no ase the number is 0243 508 ofrese West Closet a obema o entade pabebre na wahye na meti a me de eye adwuma Cute Cat Beauty Parlor wo mo na eye ti ema me abeka junction he ya na wo mo ewo ubetumi afre Cute Cat for na wo mo aye eti kama e de amao
Nash Beauty Care wonom e wo bubuashi old station miti dreadlocks wonom ene boma me number no e 0244 52 41 51 0244 52 41 51 yeda boafo nyina asimidi e de Afia Adutwumwaa Morosa mene Obahima Afia che esi
I'm ready. 14, 72. Ready.
Sorry, madam.
What is the cause of this jubilation?
You won't believe it. The draw of the NLA Friday Bonanza just dropped all my numbers. Ditto. You can have my car. I'll buy new. You see, the new machine has made the process so fast and legitimate.
Is that why you're jubilating? I had divine numbers and I played mine on Wednesday. Don't you worry. I'll buy myself a car.
Now Wednesday and Friday, Pena Mumenia Gisano. She, with the Chinese now. Tommy Lam, we see. What would you mean? Jai.
The
National Lottery Games are more rewarding than ever. They are for you with big dreams. With the NLA Games, you could now become legitimately rich any day of the week with less stress and wahala using our new points of sale device. NLA, development through game.
They say fortune favors the brave. Hey, why be that? Sweet to me anytime I stake 590. We win all before. We left 5 direct.
No time to track time, so I depend 3 numbers and check out.
Wait it in. Charlie, half time. I play the 2 short. My game is set for cash out.
Next time,
Nah, obla your simple clear, Jimmy. 590 mobile and phone eno. Each one direct. Lucky na manka woman. Iye. Nka salete. Nano. Benna.
Enedie. Pemi kwa. Hey, your time. Sabi bi de bi ebe yi no. Ayene.
The power to change your life is in your hands. It's your time. Play now on *959# or 590mobile.com.gh.
Yo, ebusianfo, se ene your first time our joining here. Ya mamu nyina akwaba, me ma mu nyina ajo. Sa ene your brena ho ha, se na ye ne de bia. Edem ha de sika ho adwuma ene ye wa ha. Sika ni numbers ho adwuma ene ye wa ha. First na ye no Monday to Saturday. But se de mu say Saturdays sika no eya ensomo Monday. Because mo pe chilling in the weekend there. Mo ya no Mondays